Well guys and girls, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you my final thoughts, my final impressions on Triumph's Street Triple 765R. So if you're interested to hear about it, then keep watching. So this bike goes back on Monday and this will be my final ride of the Triumph Street Triple 765R. So guys and girls, if you watch my first impressions video on the Triumph Street Triple, the R, you'll have seen that I found it a positively cracking machine. It is a good bike. But yeah, so if you guys have watched my first impressions video on this bike, you'll have seen that I had a lot of very positive things to say about it. It is a wonderful machine. So capable, so planted, so smooth, so flowy. Now I feel like I have to address something that I said in that video. I did have a bit of a rant about the quick shifter and blipper, and that's because that day the bike, or me, could be rider error, was really struggling with the gear changes and the shifts. But since filming that video, I've actually put a lot of miles on the Street Triple 765R and it's behaved every single time. Like, it's behaved so well. Like, no dramas whatsoever. So I feel like, I don't know whether the bike was having a bad day, I was having a bad day, my foot was having a bad day, I don't know, but since I've been riding this bike and got back on it, it's absolutely fine. In fact, it's not really missed a beat. Like that, upshift, no problem. It didn't rev out, it just shifted beautifully. Yeah, and again, I always welcome owners of the 765R to sound off in the comments below about, you know, aspects that they might not necessarily agree with. I've got a speed van there. Snicky. Yeah, so that little issue, that grumble that I had, has seemed to resolve itself, which is wicked because this bike is so much fun. So much fun. So Mike's put a few miles on this bike since we've had it, and believe it or not, this surprised me because it's not my viewpoint, but I really prefer the RS and I would go RS over R, but Mike really likes the R, much prefers it, feels it's a more comfortable road bike because of the suspension. He loves the smoothness of the throttle. Wow, I just got hit by a rock. What lane, Mike? Straight on. Oh, she says. Mike, you really liked the R, don't you? Do you prefer it over the RS? Yeah. And what is the main reason? Comfier to ride, less harsh suspension, smoother and comfier. Fair enough. Oh, that's So Mr. Hooligan here says we don't need race bikes on UK roads, and to be fair, he's got point with the amount of ridiculous potholes we have and janky roads. He won the race. So yeah, Mike prefers the R, which really surprised me. It really did. Yeah, you didn't like my 19 plate RS, but the suspension was far firmer on that. You just don't play it. Yeah.
Like this has got hard suspension, but it hits it, like it.
Yeah.
It actually moves on the RS, it doesn't feel like the suspension moves.
Yeah. So you're all about testy comfort. Yeah, one thing I've said many times before and I'll say it again, the handling of this bike, the smoothness of it combined with the brakes, with the suspension, it's all good quality parts and they all work so nicely. What's going on here? Got... Oh! Is that car on its side? Oh my days, that's not very good, is it? You can't park there, sir. Sheesh. But yeah, so as I was saying, the brakes combined with the suspension on this, the way it handles, the 765 platform to ride, it just feels planted. It feels flowy, it's almost like poetry in motion, genuinely. Like, I've been enjoying riding the KTMs, don't get me wrong, the 1290 and the 890 are. But when I get on the street triple and just ride the twisties, I get this lovely sense of enjoyment and satisfaction out of it. Like, so much. The bike to ride is comfy. After about 2 hours I started to get a bit of a numb bum, but that was the same with my own street triple that I owned. That was the same as the RS that I tested recently. They look super spongy, but yeah, sometimes the super soft feeling seats are the ones that can deaden you up pretty quick. But yeah, I think I'd only really feel it and start to, you know, be in a bit of pain if I was travelling up to Scotland or something like that, doing a good 4 hour plus on the road. One thing that's big for me, the aesthetics of the bike. I absolutely love how the street triples look. I love the fact they've got a little P head, maybe I can relate too much. But the lights are just so aggressive, they look wicked. If I did own the R, I'd definitely put the bar and mirrors on, because I think bar and mirrors just add to the aggression. Another thing that I've really started to gel with and quite like is the dash. The two-part dash, it does look very elegant. Like, sometimes you think, oh, it's got to be all TFT for it to be good. But I actually quite like the little mix of the inverted LCD along with the small table of TFT, or the small screen of TFT. I think it's a nice combination, it works really well. The revs are nice and easy and clear to see, which a lot of people complain about with the RS. So while we've just popped on the motorway, it is what it is. It's a naked bike, so you're not going to be protected from the elements. When it's quite windy like it is today, I'm not experiencing any buffeting or anything like that. But I think it's because it is so open at the front that there's not really anything for the wind to glance off. So you just get a nice even spread of wind that hits you in the chest, which is good. At motorway speeds, it's not massively vibey. It's as vibey as to be expected when you're sat on a engine with lots of explosions happening. It's a little bit buzzy, but not bad. Not so that I consciously think, oh my god, the vibrations. Like, I'm really only mentioning it because people do ask me what the vibes are like on the motorway, but yeah, it's perfectly manageable. probably wants to throw me under that lorry. So guys and girls, I hope you have enjoyed this little summary, little final vlog, just to share with you guys what I think about the Street Triple 765 RS.